Hey there, and welcome to Paleologic. Today we are going to talk about theories. Specifically, we're going to talk about theories regarding this guy. This is a relative of Ankylosaurus that was literally the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, and it was not alone. There were actually several species of these bizarre armored dinosaurs in South America during the late Cretaceous period. These dinosaurs are the subject of today's episode because they illustrate how difficult it can be to tell whether something is a dinosaur or not. Our understanding of dinosaurs has changed quite a bit over time, and our ideas about what defines a dinosaur continues to be refined. Early paleontologists had a fairly simple definition of a dinosaur. Big, scary, plant-eating monsters with long tails and sometimes with horns or frills. As time went on, we realized that not all dinosaurs were huge. For example, this is Compsognathus. It was only about 3 feet long and weighed less than 30 pounds. So clearly, size alone does not determine whether something is a dinosaur or not. And then we discovered smaller relatives of Ankylosaurus, and some people thought that maybe these creatures were more closely related to mammals than to dinosaurs. The problem was that by the time these fossils were found, Ankylosaurus had already been declared a dinosaur. So either Ankylosaurus was a very early mammal, which would have been a huge deal, or the definition of a dinosaur had to be broadened to include smaller, more mammal-like reptiles. This brings us back to those bizarre armored dinosaurs from South America. These strange creatures were first discovered in the 19th century, and initially paleontologists thought that they were actually mammals. After all, they lived in an age when mammals were diversifying and taking on all kinds of bizarre forms. As time went on, more and more of these fossils were found, and eventually one of them was given the scientific name Boreopelta Mitchell in honor of the paleontologist who found it. Mitchell's dinosaur had a thick, impenetrable armor made of small, flat plates. It also had a long, narrow snout full of sharp teeth, much like a mammal. In fact, this dinosaur looked so much like a mammal that when another scientist later tried to reclassify it as a reptile, he gave it the scientific name Eo. He thought that his new dinosaur was actually a relative of modern-day crocodiles and alligators. For a while, scientists debated whether Mitchell's dinosaur was a mammal or a reptile. Then, in 1987, a team of paleontologists finally settled the debate by demonstrating that Mitchell's dinosaur was actually a dinosaur. They showed that it was more closely related to ornithischians like Ankylosaurus and Triceratops than it was to crocodiles or mammals. But that doesn't mean that the story ends there. In 2016, another team of scientists proposed that Mitchell's dinosaur was actually a type of bird. Now, wait a minute. Birds are dinosaurs. So, does that mean that Mitchell's dinosaur was a dinosaur that wasn't a dinosaur? Or was it a dinosaur that was a bird that wasn't a bird? Or just forget it. My head hurts. Point being, the classification of ancient creatures is constantly changing as our understanding of evolution improves, and that means that old discoveries can be new again. So, next time someone tells you that something is impossible, remember that science is impossible, and that's why it's fun. So what should we talk about next? Please, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week! Thanks for coming along on this journey through time. I'll see you later.